They say past behaviors predict future conduct. And for me, I feel like it rang true. Why? Because what if we, as a people, men and women, what if we're too damaged for relationships? Think about that for a second. Let that marinate. It's Dark Knight Radio. I'm Dark Knight. And I had these conversations. Not only do I have these conversations, my experiences with relationships, friendships, I realized that it's not the people, it's not who we are necessarily. It's not even our situations. It's our past that influence what we doing in relationships. It is. We're so damaged because of our old flings, our old spouses, boyfriend, and girlfriends. We take that into the next relationship. And that's where these red flags come from. Case in point. Let's just say you dated a girl in which, she was with a guy who was manipulative. He was a smooth talker, good talker. And he got the best or worst out of her. Let's just say that he had a kid with her, right? Now, even if she didn't have a kid, that's neither here nor there. But because she was maybe in love with him, and he was able to manipulate or hurt her, she's going to carry that into the relationship. And if you show even one glitter, even one sign of that, she's going to put you in the boat with him to the point where it's going to mess up you guys' relationship. Why do I say that? Because it's happened to me more than once. These days, nobody gets a fair shake, men, women, especially not me. And it's definitely to the point where it feels like people are walking away from you and giving up on you quick when you're not even in a solidified official relationship. And sometimes people can't even tell you why. They will say something like, I don't know, it's just something about you. It's telling me no because you speak well, or you know what to say. It's just something about you. It's not me. And that makes you feel bad. The fact they can't even give you the decency to tell you what it is. Why? Are they afraid you'll work on that thing? And if you work on that, you'll come back and they have nothing to say then. They have to do it. Why? Is it something that they don't want to tell you? Is it an insecurity? Hint my previous video. What is it? I think deep down, we should not be in relationships until we get professional help or some type of old head or OG, a big dog, a big mama to really take us through the ringer mentally so we can get over it. We go into these relationships with borderline PTSD from all the stress and trauma we took in our relationships, especially if we have kids by them. So what do we do? Let's just say you dated a guy who had a 15-inch elephant slung on him, right? You break up for some odd reason. Now in your next relationship, you're going to compare everything sexually to that new guy. No homo. Let's say he's a strong 8. You still going to remember that 15, the places he hit, the crevices he can get to, that 8 just can't do. So you're going to compare, and eventually it's going to become a problem. You're not going to say, when you was having 15, you're going to bring up something else like, you don't take me out, or I don't like when you don't call me back. Now, because we deal with these things, and we don't know how to properly deal with them or get past them, we take all this baggage into our new relationships, and we don't give people the fair shake. If you decide you want to date somebody, and let's just say you want to give them the chance to make them official, he or she, they on the list, they cross out, some things on your list, and it's good, it's positive. But even one red flag or mistake they made, you're gonna hold it against them because you're afraid they're gonna do the same thing your ex did. And this goes for men and women. And we do that. And we mess up good things. Now, the only reason why I'm saying this is because when we decide to get into a relationship or date, and we say, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna be there with you, we're gonna wipe this shit clean, we're gonna do it right this time, I really see something with you, and then 3 days later, you bring up something that's a quote unquote red flag, and you ghost somebody. You ghost them, or you don't talk to them, or you don't try in the first place, and that person been trying, but you still don't give them a benefit of the doubt. You don't even go on a date with them. Why do we do that? Because we're damaged. And I don't think we should be dating until we're in the right mental headspace. And then we have kids with the people we don't even have good relationships with. So you have to know the generation of it. Let's say you dating a guy and everything's going good, right? And you told him you wanted him to work on his communication, and he's been working on communication. And he communicated with you all day, and let's just say something happened that was outside of his power. Let's just say his phone died. Let's just say he got a new phone and it took some time to set it up, and he fell asleep, and you block him. Why? Because somebody in your past, somebody you seen do that, and you're afraid of that flag, that quote unquote red flag. You didn't give this man the benefit of the doubt, and you just missed out on a great relationship with a decent dude. And so you end up regretting it. You're not going to talk to nobody because you're afraid to look wrong. What you going to do? You're going to take more baggage, and you yourself are going to take more red flags into that next relationship. We got to stop doing that. We compare everybody to our old fling, to our old ex-boyfriends and girlfriends. Now, I'm not saying don't do it. It's healthy to do it. We have to do it at some point. When you know yourself, you have to know who you're dating. I preach that all the time. You don't repeat bad things. When you experience something, you want to learn from it. But stop thinking that everything is meant to be your downfall. When you've won, accept you've won. Because sometimes you may have won. Accept it as that. Stop looking for stuff because you're afraid to get hurt. Relationships are a fight every single day. That's what they are. It's not rainbows and candy. Relationships are hard most of the time. And it's the fight, it's the will, it's the love that keeps you guys together in the long run. Even if you made mistakes, you've been with somebody, ask your grandparents, was it hard being together this long? It was absolutely not. It wasn't. Today is tech driven. Everything you want, everything easy, everything perfect. I want him to have 20 inches. I want him to be rich. I want him to drive the best car. I want him to have the best house. I want him to have the best communication. I want him to have the best social skill. I want him to show the most love. Everything has to be perfect. Even men. I'm not just saying women. No disrespect. Respectfully. Even men. That's why a lot of these dudes are dating these girls with these BBLs and all these surgeries and body augmentations. We want everything perfect. It's not gonna be. If you want perfection, be willing to fight for it. Don't complain about it. If you want perfection, fight for it. Put your work in. If you're damaged and you know you're damaged, stop agreeing to get in these relationships and messing them up. Hurt people always hurt people. It never fails. If somebody hurt you in your previous relationship and then you go into, matter of fact, case in point, I was talking to a girl one day and we was trying to do something, and she asked me in a women's relationship, the cliche obvious questions you ask somebody when you begin the day. She says, when was your last relationship? And I asked her the same thing. And she said, it was last year, at that time, she said last year. And, I didn't want to break her. He was everything. And he was the one that got away. If anybody I can wish to be like date anybody, I wish that'd be like him. And he was just everything. And I'm thinking to myself, that's damage. So now you're going to compare. In my head, I was thinking, you know what? It's not going to work out. Not because of insecurity, which you guys are probably thinking. It's the fact that it's damaging To her, that breakup was damaging. Now, if she get into a relationship with me or the next guy, it's going to be a comparison at every single stop. And it's not going to be healthy to me or her. Why? When we go into some damage, we end up making the person we in a relationship damaged, and everybody's damaged, and it's perpetual. It's a circle. Are we too damaged to be in a relationship these days? I think so. That's my answer. Call me wrong, call me right. But that's how I'm gonna call it, because that's how I see it. We're all damaged, and some of us hope to get it right on the second and third and fourth time. We rush things. We don't care about the mental aspects. Relationships can take a toll on you, psychologically and mentally. Depending on who you're dating, it can and it will. Why? Because we're damaged. People would give up on you. They think something's going on. Fuck having a conversation. Fuck if they were wrong, which they probably were. They're just gonna walk away from you. Why? Because they're afraid of being hurt. Everybody, men, women, I don't care. We're afraid to get hurt. That's why we do things to make sure we don't. That's why we go and get the best car. We want to make the most money. We want to look the best. We want to work out. We want to be the smartest, the toughest, the strongest, the fast. Why? Because we think if we have all those things, it'll be impossible for somebody to hurt us and damage us. But the truth is, that can be further from the truth. I seen a man with the world get his heart broken. Like I told you guys all the time, look at these celebrity relationships. They never last. And they have everything. They have the money, the cars, and fame, and prestige, and names. But actually, why don't it ever work? Because we're damaged. And we don't know how to get through it. People don't know what we're going through. We don't get help, especially men. We can't call our boys and say, man, I'm going to crying because my girl left me or cheated on me. Because I had something good and I don't have it anymore. I think about it every day. They're afraid of getting laughed at and ridiculed. Women can probably do it. But still, it's stress and pressure upon them too. Especially if they have kids. We've all been looked over because somebody else was afraid and they didn't want to do it. I can tell how many times I've been given up on. Honestly. It's $1 million thing. I ask everybody, if you walking down the street right now and a guy came out the blue and you walk down the street, la 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 la, la 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 la, and somebody say, you know what, here you go, stop where you at. I'm gonna hand you $1 million. That's for you, just because it's Thursday. And they walk away. The first thing in your mind is gonna be what? What's the catch? Why? What do I have to do for this $1 million? Right? And that's how we do in relationships sometimes. We think stuff is too good. We think we don't deserve it. Why did he give me $1 million? What's the catch? What do I have to do for it? Because I don't know what I have to do for it, because I think it's a scam or a scheme that people are against me. I'm going to drop this $1 million and I'm going to run away from it. Well, we probably won't do it in real life. We'll probably still take the $1 million. But in our heads, we're going to think that it's a catch. When you come to somebody and you may be young, you're single, you have a good head on your shoulder, you have a car, you're on spot, you have a good job, and you make mistakes, and people think, oh, he's doing this for her. He must got a girlfriend. They must be doing this. It's not him, it's you. You're damaged to the point where these red flags are not red flags. These red flags, quote unquote, are just things somebody else did to you in your past. And you see it. Now, is it true sometimes? Yeah. Yeah, you have to learn from your mistake. Yeah, it can be true sometimes. But they say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You just left this dude or you just left this woman because you was afraid that you thought something might happen. That's a gamble with anybody. I don't care who you date. You can date Moses or The Rock or Chris Brown, whatever the kids like, anybody. Idris Elba, all the girlies like him, or Bradley Cooper, all these niggas. If he came to you right now and said, I'm gonna drop everything, I want to be with you, just you alone, nobody but you, and you had a crush on, what you gonna think? What's the cat? I don't deserve to be Bradley Cooper and rocking all these niggas. So stop doing that. Give yourself you gotta give yourself plans. Hold people accountable. That way you don't make mistakes. Know your worth and recover from being damaged. And I promise you, we will all win. It's Dark Knight Radio. I'm a Dark Knight. If you guys want to help this channel grow, you want to see the channel grow, you want me to keep putting out content, subscribe to your boy and comment. Remember, guys, to keep spreading peace and love. No matter where you go, spread it. Somebody needs it. Somebody wants it. You guys be good. Be safe.